Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Here. The first question is, what is the sea for you?
For me, it's the sort of freedom to navigate wherever you want and whenever you want. You know, it's that sort of ability where it's very hard to find. When you buy a villa, you're very restricted in your movements. You know, you can't go from other places. Whereas with a yacht, you can. And that's a beauty. I joined the industry somewhat recently. I've been at SuperYacht Times for 3 years. Has somewhat grown in the company. It's been very fun, very hard, but like enjoyable nonetheless. And then prior to that, I was a waiter in France.
As a first impression,
Industry is very misunderstood and somewhat demonized by the outside world. I believe the industry does a lot of good in terms of innovation, technology, as well as sort of employment and the contribution to the local economy of the various manufacturing hubs across the world.
do you remember a moment or a project unforgettable?
A very memorable project, I would say, was organizing the conferences in Asia for SuperYacht Times, whether it be the Hong Kong and the most recent one in Japan, sort of, bringing light or bringing more attention to the structural issues and improvements that need to be made for the yachting industry in the Asia Pacific region and how much potential there is for that and why it needs to be addressed and improvements need to be made and the benefits that they can give to the various local economies and the region itself.
What is a luxury for you?
Luxury is very ambiguous. It depends. For me, it's exclusivity of an experience, even an object. But even a basic thing can be a luxury as well. I think it's very ambiguous. But when it comes to yachting, I think we need to focus less on the luxury part, but more on the product and technology and innovation part, and the experience that we offer. Not
A feeling.
correct,
It's like a
not the
feeling.
materialistic sense of luxury, but
it's
more
only
the
the
feeling.
material.
Yes.
Also, maybe a service.
Correct.
Would it create you more comfortable?
Yes. I think I'll choose whichever option is more sustainable. But there's a big issue in the industry with greenwashing. We talk a lot about sustainability when in fact it isn't. And we must recognize we're not a very sustainable industry. Although we are improving, that is a fact. But we must nonetheless be aware that, that there is still a huge issue. And then there's a lot of greenwashing which sort of negates and damages the movement to become. The issue is at the end of the day, do the owners really care? The answer is most likely no. They care about cost of the yacht, right? And if it's cheaper to have a less sustainable option, I'm sure they'll go for that, But we can look at other aspects, and that's more sort of fuel consumption. Whether through methanol, hybrid fuel cells, all that sort of stuff. I think that's more of a better alternative, even though it's still in its infancy stage.